and uh, I just like to share that the integrated farming system, which I have been practicing from 2012. So basically, what is integrated farming? Just a minute. So integrated farming is basically uh, integration of different sectors, so-called uh, different components in the farm. See, actually, these are all missing components which we have been doing from ancient times. But currently, so the current problems were are there which we are fighting as a farmer. So when I left the job and I started this kind of farming. So I was thinking that there were many problems. My presentation will be in these 5 8s: the existing problems, missing links, model of IFS, output, and implication of IFS. So there were many problems in the farm. Uh, in 2011, back in 2011. So at that time, actually, I was working with one firm in organic farming. And in that firm, I realized that there are many farmers which are facing root rot problem in ginger. The problem was not able to control. So likewise, the pest incidences was also there. There were production related problems. The production was uncertain. Dependency of market for the inputs were very much is very common in the farmers. Again, dependency on market for selling our produce, it is also very common. Again, the soil resources and water resources are deteriorating. So these were the problems which I identified in my journey up to 2011. So what to do? Then there were again problems in the city. There are chemicals in the plate of the means urban urban crowd is facing. We have very nutritionless food. Uh, we have produced as a farmer. We have gained very good production in terms of productivity, but we have very less nutrition in our food. Again, we have very less diversity in our plate. For example, just write down what the vegetables you are eating today. Ask your father what the what food which you are eating in your childhood. If you have grandparents, ask them what kind of vegetables you are eating or what kind of food which you are eating in your childhood. So you will find there is drastic number of decrease in vegetables. Again, the deteriorating human health means my friends are facing heart challenges. My friends are facing diabetes. They are diagnosed with many diseases. So these are the problems which are city people are facing, urban crowd is facing. Again, they have lost respect for the farmers. So after evaluating these, means after thinking of all these problems, I I started again thinking what we can do, what I can do personally to overcome these challenges. So while thinking, I just realized that there are many things which are missing. So we are basically missing soil health. So it is because our soil organic carbon is decreasing. We are missing nutritional diversity because diversity in the crop varieties we are missing. Again, the monoculture has turned us into this kind of into this situation, that's nutritional diversity, missing of nutritional diversity. If we think about agriculture and veterinary, means in a separate division, then agriculture person don't know anything about veterinary. Means how to efficiently convert the veterinary waste, means compost, into very usable waste. This is very much missing link. Again, veterinary people don't know how to produce a healthy grass or a healthy crop for their cattle or for their animals. There is no farmer and consumer relationship. See, urban crowd is doesn't have. I don't think that they very few people must be having respect, but farming is considered to be a very low profile job in today's world. They have lost. So, because of that, the faith and confidence issue is there in the farmer and consumer relationship. So, farmer again, he is not taking care while spraying onto his crop. That what will happen to the consumer who is eating this okra? Okra is generally sprayed alternately after 5 to 6 days. There are many harmful chemicals which the farmers are selling. But farmer doesn't give a shit to any just thought. So, and because of this, many cancer causing agents, cancer causing chemicals are there in our food chain. Again, one of the biggest missing link is chemical fertilizer, usage of chemical fertilizer, pesticides and fungicide. Because of these all things, we are losing biodiversity in the ecosystem. Let it be whatever there are in soil or above the soil. We are losing many insects, many beneficial insects which are there to help the farmers. So again, thinking on this, uh, we have this food web. We know food web. That means the grass is eaten by animal and we eat animals, and plants are eaten by animals and we eat animals. One, this is the one food web for specifically for man. Other food web for vegetarians. Means whatever the soil is there, plants are grown and the harvest from that particular field is eaten by animal, by sorry man. So basically, what is we are just a transformed soil. We are just a biochemical photograph of soil. So if we accept that we are just a transformed soil, then the nutritional deficiency, whatever it is there in the soil, will be automatically transferred to us. So this is a very popular saying in Sanskrit that Mata Bhumihi Putroham Prithvivyam, means my mother is Mother Earth. I am his child. So basically, the most important source of life on the earth is that very thin film of topsoil, that 9 inch of soil, 1 feet of soil from where the plants take nutrition. And all the life will be healthy or unhealthy according to the fertility of soil. So basically, malnutrition starts from the soil. And we don't have any option to live in harmony with nature. We have to be with nature. If we leave nature behind, nature will kick back to us. So while thinking this all things, I I summarize that yes, whatever the model which I am going to have, it has to be with the nature. It has to coincide with the principle of nature. So uh, in history means before 1990 or 1990, say we were having this integration with at every village of India. See, we had cows, we had chickens, we had goats at every village. So I just started after thinking this all these things. I ended up in taking the decision of leaving my job, and uh, I started milk business. I purchased 5 indigenous cows from Seeker. It is in Rajasthan, 100 kilometers from Jaipur. So the purpose of purchasing indigenous cow was it has a very good quality of bacteria, diversity of bacteria compared to Jersey and HF. The second one, as they are indigenous, they have less health issues. So my farming model, my integrated farming model was, it started in way back in 2012, June 2012. Then after having cows, I prepared biogas. I started biogas, and I used that methane as my source for preparation of various means for cooking, and the manure, that enriched manure, that slurry, I dried it up and I used it in the rice and wheat. So this my initial thing got started. I sold milk from 2012 to December 2016 at the rate of rupees 60. See, at that time, no one was cared about A2 milk. This was also my issue in my mind. Uh, from 2012 only, I started promoting A2 milk, but I thought that I was way ahead of that time. That was wrong time to pitch all those things. In Nagpur, as I belong in Nagpur, Nagpur started vigorously promoting A2 milk. Many people started vigorously promoting A2 milk just before COVID or something. Means I think around 2017 or so. But I was, as my village was around 60 kilometers, it was not possible for me to continue with that business. So I stopped that business in 2016, and I converted that to my ghee business. So basically, my model was happy cow, healthy milk. As I was fortunate to have jungle in my near my village, all the cows were are means continuously are going to grazing. So they basically enjoy variety of grasses which we as a farmer cannot produce. It is a jungle with a tiger presence. So you can imagine the diversity of animals over there. It is ultimately it is not touched by a human. So basically, it is still virgin land and virgin water reservoir which my cows enjoy. So again, cow, they are best utilizers of my farm waste. Whatever the waste my farm have, it has been very good. It is at its best. Again, because of this roaming practice, the quality of dung which I get and the urine, cow urine which I get, this is also of very good property. So the benefits which I get from this integration is that I get enriched manure. Again, the gas for cooking, urine, it is one of the very good repellent, at least a source of various preparations which we use as a repellent. Again, it is a very good nutrition source for my plants. And because of this integration, I could produce the sturdy and climate resistant crop stand. So in this way, we generally send cows for grazing. This was after the harvesting of soya crop. It was just adjacent or to my farm. So the cows enjoy diversity of grasses in the farm. Again, the at the right corner you must be seeing a small hill. So that is my jungle. And after having a food, after grazing in this land, they used to go, or after having all the weeds from these crops, they used to go in the jungle. Then this is my value addition number one. That is hand churned desi cow Bilona ghee. So this is what I sell. I'm selling from December 2016, and I sell it in Bangalore, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Pune. There are many retail customers. Again, I give it to my major customer are Ayurvedic doctors. They use it for medicinal purpose. This ghee is used. So this is what waste we have as a veterinary industry. See again, what are the disadvantages of this kind of waste? That means cow dung. Cow dung is very low and inefficient, what we can say slow, sorry, not inefficient, but low and slow nutrient medium. But if we enrich it, it becomes a very means readily available source of nutrient, and which improves the soil structure, many benefits which we all know. The thing which I found is that this is also a very good source of weeds. See, weeds are beneficial. This is what my thinking is. The proper soil will not have that weed problem, but weed are very notorious to general farmers. So again, the labor cost because of cow dung increases. Again, that the cow dung is a source of many pathogenic fungus. Cow dung is one of the major source of white grub. So I always suggest farmers to decompose this very useful resource which farmers have. So this is what we generally do. We have a bed of 4 feet. We enrich it with many decomposing cultures, variety of decomposing cultures, and the produce which we get is just like vermicompost. We generally enrich it with many bacterial and fungal formulations which are beneficial for crop, like Trichoderma, Pseudomonas, Mycorrhiza, Beauveria, Verticillium. So at very little cost, we get initial control of pests and diseases at farm end. Again, I was having many problems. See, as you have animals in the farm, you have diseases, or you have other problems related to that particular category of animal. So I was having problem of ticks. As my cows are going to jungle, they carry various kind of insects at with them at my farm, at the shed. So that was very notorious problems which I had. So for that, we generally means people generally recommend, veterinarian generally recommend Butox, which is again chloropyrifos. I am against the chloropyrifos. Then why should I use chloropyrifos on my animals? So that was my primary thought. So after discussing with one of the senior veterinary doctor, he suggested me to integrate chickens at my farm. So what they did, that they took care of the life cycle of ticks. Literally, my ticks problem was zero at my farm. Then after cows go to jungle for grazing, all the cow dung which is there, So they are basically the source of some means weed seeds and insects. There are larvae in the dung. So they basically all what we call graze on that wheat seeds. So they are basically my primary feeders. My feeding cost is primarily taken care by chickens. Again, the egg quality of on such kind of practice, it was tremendous. Means you eat market egg three, you eat three market eggs against you eat one my desi poultry chicken egg, desi chicken egg. So this was the difference which we had. See, this is a small video how ticks are taken care at the farm. See, no cost is being involved. If you see what is there just below the cow is that it is transformed cow manure basically. Then we also feed buttermilk to all chicken. The benefit of consuming buttermilk for everyone means for cattle and for humans. It is one of the best source of calcium. So that got transferred into my eggshell. So my mortality of chicks, it was literally zero. In May, it was literally zero. So that was the effect of buttermilk which I had. See, I cannot sell 80 liters of buttermilk every day. So I utilize that buttermilk for giving to chicken, giving to my cows, and using it as a repellent for insect, again for as a fungicide at my farm for my crops. Then after some time, I also thought that why not to integrate sheep and goats in the farm. So I selected Berari, the local species, which we can thrive at my temperature. We generally have 47 degree, 48 degree of temperature, peak temperature in May. And Berari is the goat which performed very well at my farm. Totapuri again was integrated, but I felt that it was slightly more sensitive than Berari. So they are again they graze on particular level in the in my crops. Again, I also get diversity in the compost. They graze on 12 to 13 types of various jungle shrubs, which generally cows uh, cannot graze. So whatever the compost which I get, the sheep waste I get, again that is mixed with compost and then it is transferred to my field. Also, the integration means one of the reason to integrate was to have diversity in the income. So this is my very low cost shed. You can see means this is after in afternoon hours generally they take a nap means they have a leisure time in shed. Again they go for grazing after 3 p.m. So morning 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. Sorry, morning 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Then after 3 p.m. to 5:30 to 6 p.m. they graze. See, this is what leftover means. The first cow go and they graze. Then after that, the sheep goes and they graze. Uh, Dogs integration. As I had hens, chicken in my farm, there was a problem of wildcat and birds. Birds means one bird almost means it has killed my one of the 4 kg of male bird. Uh, so predatory, it was a predatory bird. So after that, I decided to have dogs in my farm. So it literally took care of wild cats and the predatory birds. They are very quick to identify that yes, there is something problematic with chicken. So they become alert and they are literally guard of those hens. They are also the security guard at my farm. No one dares to enter in my farm if they are freely roaming. So they are basically hound, caravan hound, again the local breed, and they are taking care of my farm very well. Moving on to my crops, I have commercial crops like cotton, soybean, and chili, which I took in integrated nutrient management, means 50% organic and 50% chemical way. Uh, Rest, all the things which we consume, they are 100% organic. We don't compromise on that thing. So my crop basically is always sturdier than my neighbor's crop. Chili farmers generally spray at interval of 4 to 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, but I generally get time of 15 days. So my crop gives me time to fight back against the diseases and pests. Soil health is improving day by day. I generally have very less mechanical intervention on my soil. I generally preserve my seeds for future sowing. Whatever the selection which we means the compatible crops, those are only compatible varieties are only selected for future purpose. I always think on market independent activities. So what dependency on market is no good for farmers. And looking at these all things means we also have planned for agrotourism at my farm. So this was the crop stand last year. Pigeon pea crop. See the distance is 8 by 12, 8 by 2 feet, but the whole field was yellow. I noticed almost 18 types of various insect in my farm against the neighbor's farm. Neighbor farm just had 2 to 3 of beneficial insect or diversity of insect. So as on today means these all members are there in my farm. We have Gir, Sahiwal, Rathi, and Gaurau breed of cows. They are almost 19 numbers. We have chickens, Salem and Berad. Berad is prominent in my farm. There are 50 odd number of chickens. They keep on decreasing and increasing. I have 2 ducks which take care of snakes at my farm. Means they fight back with snakes. I have caravan hound too. Uh, I have Berari, maximum Berari goats. Then I have sheeps, 6 number of sheeps I have. So this is what outcome as financial outcome we receive. We sell rice, wheat, sorghum, and different type of dal. We sell oil, that is flax seed oil. Then I produce also spices, that is chili, turmeric powder, and ginger. Uh, Vegetables. From last year, I started growing vegetables. Just I was very fed up of all the chemical issues in the market. So for my farm, I started growing vegetables. These all varieties of vegetables we grow. Industrial crop, as I said, that I grow cotton and soybean. I sell cow ghee at the rate of 2000 per liter. Bull calf, bulls generally at 20 to 30 thousand per animal according to the age and its height and all other characters. I sell chicken at the rate of 600 per kg of live weight. Egg I generally sell at 20 rupees per egg, and it is sold. We sell it in 24 numbers, means a tray of eggs we sell only. Goat, we generally sell 1 year of buck. If it is to be sold, then it is around 10,000 per buck, 1 year old. If it is a bigger one, then it is at a higher rate. Dogs, we haven't sold any litter yet. So this is what vegetables which we grow at farm. Very good vegetables, very nutritious. Again, chemical free. The taste is very good. Many problems means people, some responses were that when we were having, uh, means one of my friends said that after having cauliflower, we used to have a burps. But after having your cauliflower, then I don't face any issue. So there are uh, many beneficial effects which generally my customer say. So this is kind of activity which we also participate. Customer means tell customers to participate. Means just have hand pick your own vegetables. So this is very encouraging activity which we have started recently. This is my son, and I always promote him to come in farm. And you must be seeing that he also enjoys the means to have that leisure time in farm. So, what are the implications of this system? So, after recycling all this nutrient, I get very strong soil, which gives me a very steady crop stand. Many experiences I have that there is less pest and disease infestation with organic crop stand. They are nutritionally rich and poison-free food. Again, sustainable, but it is sustainable, but only way to restore soil, animal, and human health. Just mimicking the nature is enough. This thing uh, also promoted the low carbon footprint activity. See, I don't use fertilizers on my vegetable crops, on my all the means cereal pulses which we consume. In integrated farm, the chemical dose is almost 50%. So it is ultimately the less fuel consumption activity, and it is maintaining the balance in my farm. So, implementing this model, I I have some additional costs which I have to pay. See, the labor are required to maintain all this system. My cattle goes to graze, but still I have to purchase 2 lakhs of chana husk at my for my cattle. So this is the additional cost. But where is my money is getting saved? My all the field 38 acres of my land is bullock. I don't use tractor. I have tractor, but it is very less used in my farm. I generally have blade harrow, which is I am doing from last 6 years. Organic fertilizers, green manures are means bulk fertilizers has been replaced by organic fertilizers and green manures. All poisonous sprays, fungicides, insecticides, growth hormones, I prepare at my home because I almost get 50 liters of cow urine every day. So I have ample stock of cow urine with which we prepare all input for spraying on every crop. Healthy food is produced from healthy soil. So ultimately, it is saving the cost on medical expenses. See, we don't calculate these all costs, which mean the benefits of organic farming. But this is true if you have healthy food, you will be healthy. But I always say to everyone that please don't copy my model. You have to consider the environmental conditions, your resources, and your limitations. And then you have to start integrate one what we can say, one parameter, one thing in your farm. Start with one, let that thing adopt with your all climate, let you adopt with them, and then integrate the other one. Besides that, I also have agri input production unit. That is my commercial activity. Thank you very much. If any questions, please, ma'am, you may ask.
Thank you very much, sir, for a wonderful presentation. I will take up the questions now. In the meantime, can you please stop sharing the screen, sir, so that we can see a full video?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The first question is, what are the economic implications of implementing integrated farming practices for farmers and local communities?
See, we have to see it in a very different way. Means futuristic approach has to be there while deciding that organic farming factor. So, if you consider water and soil as your resource, as a chemical farming methods deteriorate your soil and deteriorate your water. So if you implement integrated farming system approach, then you have all these benefits of having good food, having product selling at a premium cost. At least I sell generally tuar dal with the rate of 180 rupees per kg. Market we have 170 rupees per kg. So I don't charge very much premium, but that is what production means. I compensate it through organic farming inputs.
Okay. What are some challenges or barriers to adopt integrated farming methods, and how can they be overcome?
Labor challenges means currently I am facing labor challenge. So this is the only challenge I am facing. See, the labor availability is not the challenge. People are not coming to work. This is my challenge as a farmer, which I am facing. So
Okay.
again, having good terms with labor, this is the only thing which I am currently practicing.
How can technology and innovation support the development and implementation of integrated farming systems?
Uh, Technology and what did you say?
Innovation support.
Innovation, yes, innovation. I like to always think in the way uh, means carbon less activities I prefer to have. Innovations means all the animals which we treat, they are treated by homeopathic medicines. So this is innovative approach which we have adopted for at my farm. Again, for technology means uh, use of use of internet is what just we can have, but I don't require that kind of AI support for implementing integrated farming system at my farm.
Okay. What role do policy and government support play in promoting integrated farming practices?
Now the government is promoting definitely the IIFSR integrated farming system. Means Indian Institute of Farm System Farm IFSR Modipuram. They are promoting this kind of activity, integrated farming system. They are promoting in very good way. So it is definitely helping at farmers end.
Okay. How can consumers support the growth of integrated farming and make more suitable food choices?
Yes. See, after Corona, this thing, I always think that it is quite easy for me to convince consumers. We are basically creating consumer group. We are inviting consumers at the farm. We are letting them know that what are the challenges are faced by farmers. Uh, and what amount of efforts are required to grow the food. So these kind of approaches, because of these kind of approaches, consumers are getting aware of their food. So it is very helpful activity which we are having.
Okay, I'll move on to the next question. Are there any specific crops or livestock that are particularly well suited to integrated farming system?
That's what I said, that it has to be thought, means it has to be deeply thought which animal you first integrate in your farm. It has to be suitable. It has to be suitable with your environment. It has to be suitable with your resources. It has to be suitable with your. You must know your limitations. If you have a cow near Bangalore, means you have farm and you have you if you thought about having cow in your in vicinity of Bangalore, then you will not get that means labor easily, very easily. But if you are thinking, if your farm is around 100 kilometers from Bangalore, then you can have ample of labors, at least compared to 10 kilometer vicinity in the Bangalore city. So you must know your limitation. You must be comfortable. That particular animal must be comfortable. Means that has to be a win-win situation at your farm. So after that only you can integrate any animal in your system.
Okay. How can integrated farming contribute to reducing the environmental impact of agriculture, such as water usage and greenhouse gas emissions?
That's what I told in the presentation. Potash, if the government is importing, see where it is produced and where it came. So there is lot of carbon consuming activity today which we are having. So replacing that, all chemical fertilizers, all pesticides and fungicide with organic matter. So this means it literally reduces carbon to zero. So this is very beneficial for carbon emission, means lowering down your carbon footprint. So this is very good model which farmers can implement. But a thoughtful process has to be done.
Okay. What are some considerations for scaling up integrated farming practices to meet the growing global demand for food?
I always think that this model is very local model. Uh, as means again the limitation role plays over here. I cannot increase my cattle population by 200. See again means I am restricting it to 190 to 190 to 100. Because if I grow up that population to 200, my all system will be under pressure. My forest will be under pressure. I have to consider my means for successful implementation of this system. I have to make sure that my environment is not getting deteriorated because of my activity. So this is I always think. So I have limited my cattle population to 100, my goat population to around 250. I don't care if my chicken population grows. It is being taken care by diseases or say. So and we actually control that thing. So I don't think that this system has to grow very globally. Means every problem must have local solution. So I always think about serving to my city. I think that would be very much comfortable for my future activities also.
I have completed the questions from our side, sir. We have one of our well-known member, Mr. Joseph Brito here. Mr. Brito, you would like to ask some question? Mr. Brito? Sir, can you please unmute your mic? Mr. Joseph Brito? I presume he doesn't have any questions, sir. Thank you very much, sir. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, we like to thank Mr. Rohan Raut for the talk and for answering the questions. I like to also thank all the participants in the meeting. This meeting will now be closed.
Thank you.
You're most welcome, sir.